What's going on, everybody? My name is Tico from Invictus Barber Academy, and I'm here to create content that will help you elevate your skills as a barber, as a professional barber. Every week, I'm gonna post and I'm gonna upload amazing contents from full tutorials, full haircut tutorials in my channel. So I'll help you and I share with you everything that I know, from the simplest haircut to advanced techniques, all type haircuts and length. So stay tuned, don't miss, subscribe, and let's do it. Here it is what I'm going to do here today. So since it has a curly hair and a little bit coarse hair, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start cutting from the top, make sure everything it's create my shape, cut my length first, and then I'm gonna do the sides. So what I'm gonna do on the sides is I'm gonna do a high fade and I'm gonna drop towards a low fade in the back. So let's do it. Okay, the hair's a little bit short already. What I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna cut too much in the fringe. I'm gonna keep it. You know, I wanna balance it out here. Let's see, there's nothing. On the apex, I'm going to go low a little bit. I'm gonna cut the whole top, make sure I create my shape, my style, and then finally I'm gonna go and do my fade on the sides. Already cut the whole top. Now I'm going to connect the top with the sides in vertical sections. All the way to the crown. And then here, the same. So one side I stopped in the center of the head in a crown, and then when I cut the other side, I meet the one that I stop here. And that's how I'm going to use my blending shears to remove a little bit of weight just in the areas where the hair is dense. So in this area right here is very light, so what I'm going to remove a little bit is on the parietal ridge, okay? Guys, just be careful in how you use your shears, your blending shears. Very dangerous. If you use in the same spot, you can create holes in the hair. What I'm gonna use now, it's a product that will add moisture to his hair because his hair needs moisture. And I'm going to maintain volume in the fringe. And I'm gonna apply now a little bit of sea salt so the hair will dry fast and it's the position that I want. Sea salt spray, spread well. To create my style now, what I'm gonna do, I'm going to use my vent brush, blow dry the hair on the direction that I want, because his hair is gonna fall natural in his forehead, and I'm gonna push this head down, here forward, and the top I'm using the diffuser to maintain the curls. Use my diffuser, I'm going to maintain the curl and create more volume here. I'll make sure this hair will be dry 100%. What I'm doing here, I'm drying the hair into the I'm drawing the product into the hair so the hair will stay in the position that I want. Guys, the first thing I'm going to do, always, I debulk first, and I use my number 2 to debulk first, make sure it's clean so I can work around. And I use my senior from Wall. So it's a little bit heavy, but I like to debulk because the motor is the motor is stronger, so and cut more fast. So that's why I like to use not the magic clip. The magic clip I faded, and the senior I debulk. So number 2. And what I'm gonna do now, I'm going to mark with number 1 high, okay? And I'm gonna leave the hair that is gonna stay around the hairline for last to remove and use my shaver. But now I'm gonna put my number 1. As you can see in few of my videos, you're going to see I'm working in different ways in how to fade. So I need you guys to see what you like the best, what you work more comfortable, and then you guys kind of work in a way what is more comfortable for you. So number 1 now. So since I use my number 1 now, as you can see, my line is high on the sides and lower, mid-low towards the back, because I want here very high and I want here very dark, and keeping my my crown full. And since I mark with the number 1, I'm gonna use my 0 closed. And I'm going to follow this line in the same. So I'm going to maintain my height, just following the number 1 graduation line. Now you have it. I debulk with the 2, mark my first graduation line with the 1, and then mark my second graduation line with the 0 close. As you can see, the lines are following each other. Number 1, come down, 0. Now I'm going to start blending both lines, but I'm going to start with the 1.5 open and blend the higher line first. Since my 1.5 is open, I'm going all the way and tap the number 2. And now 1.5 halfway closed. Keep blending. Keep high. And 1.5 closed. Keep it higher, because 1.5 is still like it's a higher guard, it's a bigger guard. It's not gonna mark so much. So I'm using my fading brush now. I was using my comb when I was debulking. Now I'm using my fading brush. Make sure all the hair that I'm cutting is away from the head. Like there's no hair there bothering me. So I start using 1.5 to start blending that line, the higher line. So I'm coming with number 1 open, halfway close and close, to keep blending the line that that graduation line that I marked with the 1 closed. But 1.5 I wouldn't be able to clean all that line, but now 1 will be. So 1 open, keep it high. Rub the clipper as much you can until you don't hear any noise cutting hair. So 1 halfway closed. and one closed. I don't know if you guys notice, but I'm using the lever constantly, open and close, depending how high and low, depending on the length that I want to pick and cut it. Just give it a touch. I don't use it only open, halfway close and close, but I use in between as well. So one, the line is blended already. By removing my higher line, the first graduation line was with number one, so I blended. So now I'm coming with my half, guard half, but I always start with the guard, with the lever open, and then I go halfway close and close, half. Baixa um pouquinho. Halfway closed. Now half closed. Sometimes, guys, behind the ears we have floss. Most of the time you're gonna find this floss, everything behind the ears. I have one here. What I do, my secret, so that spot doesn't get dark and dense, what I do, I stretch the fade in those areas. So guys, I use my half all the way around, but I still see some remaining line from the zero, but my half wouldn't blend that line, so I'm coming back with my half, or with my zero open, halfway close and close, to keep blending that line. And one thing too is, as you can see, I always stretching my fade. When I say stretching my fade, each guard that I use, I tap the previous guard. So sometimes you see me using half all the way up, high, touching the number one, is because I'm not going over, I'm not overlapping and cutting and creating another line. But with the motion that I'm using, I start like flat against the scalp, the skin, the head, and then I come off a little bit as I tap the previous guard. That's how I don't create other lines. It's like almost a C motion. I go straight and slowly this is the motion, look. Flat against the head. When I hit the half here, because I'm using zero open, I come off. So that way I don't create another line. Right now, using the corners of the blade, I'm picking some density. Halfway closed. Same movement, same motion. I don't know if you guys noticed, but right here, the skin, moves when I apply the blade. It moves, so it won't fade well. It doesn't help. So what I'm gonna do, I'm holding the skin. I'm holding the skin so the skin stays still, and I'll blend it. In this area in particular, the skin is fluffy. So 0 halfway close, now 0 close. And my line will start disappearing little by little. So I removed both lines already, both graduation line, the 1 and 0. Now I'm coming with my trimmer. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna work with my trimmer upside down, and I'm going to just tap this down a little bit. Don't put too much tension, otherwise the trimmer can make the skin a little bit reddish. And then you're gonna see a line a little bit above. I turn with my trimmer and I push that line higher. And I clean that line that I just made, the line above this one. Now I turn again and I just tap with a corner. Make sure everything, there's nothing there. Now I'm doing my outline, but also I'm gonna touch here with my straight razor, because now if I do this, I know how high I can stop with my shaver, so I don't create another line. Put it down. So now I'm going to remove this with the trimmer and then use the shaver just to make sure it's gonna go down to the skin. There's no hair left. Using my shaver now just to make sure we go down to the skin. No tension, guys, just apply your shaver on the skin and move back and forth. Guys, remember when I debulk the hair? I stop with the number 2 right there, create my lines, my graduation line, blend it. Now I'm going to make sure this, the parallel ridge, will still be dark and will still be very heavy, but I want to at least blend that a little bit with my scissors. Slowly, what I'm going to do, I'm going to enter with my comb and slightly turn towards my chest like this, so I can maintain the weight and length over here. So here we go. I want to maintain this corner very heavy and dark, but at least creating some transition here. When I do point cutting, because I want to create that transition, connect the fade with the long hair here. Now I'm going to use my blending shears just to make sure I'm connecting that dark spot better. So make sure I'm removing a little bit of density, but still keeping the weight here. As you know, I'm using the fine side of the comb because I get closer to the skin. In my videos, guys, you won't see me using enhancements, color or anything, because I want you guys to see that it's possible to do amazing haircuts. I'm not saying it's wrong using. What I can tell, suggest you, what I can tell is use when you're going to create content like pictures for your Instagram. You know, that's good, but not all the time, every day behind the chair in every client. Because the client is not going to be able to do that at home unless they're going to a party or a wedding or anything, then you use it. Guys, this is the end result. As you can see, nice and blended. I will break it down this for you in a second, but before, I'm going to apply a little bit of product, the same product that I used in the beginning, the product that we will add a little bit of moisture into his hair. So now the hair is a little bit dry and it looks like it's not alive, you know, it's look like it's kind of, there was no moisture, no shine. So now to finish, I'm using a little bit of this product, a pomade, which is something that is adding some moisture into his hair. This is the result, as you can see. Fade nice and blend, no enhancement, nothing. All scissor work, clipper work. So guys, let me break it down this for you. This is a high fade on the sides and mid fade towards the nape. Here I drop because I want to maintain here. What I did, first thing I cut the top, the whole top, removing a little bit of weight. So now I create this total volume for him because he needs a little bit of volume because his hair is very fine here in the front. And what I did, I start the bulk with number 2, and then I mark 2 graduation lines, first with number 1, then with the 0. Then I blend both graduation lines. Then I remove the remaining hair that was here, and the heavy dark part that line that you would see on the sides, I remove with scissors, my regular shears and my blending shears. As you can see, this is the result, right, like that. This is the step-by-step in how you cut curly hair. It's a little bit coarse, his hair here on the sides and back. He is very fine, but this is the final result. I hope you guys like. As I know, this channel functions like a school. Don't forget to subscribe and let me know what you want to see next. Let me know if you have any suggestion, any haircuts that you want to see in this channel. I'm here for that. Not only advanced techniques that I want to show, but I want to show the most simple haircuts and hair types, the hair types that you're gonna do during your normal day behind the chair. So let me know, subscribe, send this video if this video could help you, will help your co-worker, the barber that work next to you, and I see you guys next class.